Hi guys, welcome to Y Church panel. Na niko na watu amazing hapa hivi. Let them say their names. Sindio? Yes, your names please. Your name. From lady.
Hi guys, my name is Wangari.
Wait.
Hi guys, my name is Isaac Tuti.
Hi guys, my name is Kim.
Amazing. Now, quick question, Venye hii session tuko sahi, what can you guys tell guys who are at home in terms of what constructive thing can they do now that they are at home? Quarantine moment. Mnaweza advise aje? Wangari, mnaweza waambia nini?
First of all, mi nitasema, you need to first accept that quarantine is happening and you need to stay at home. Because a lot of us are not accepting, right? So you need to first accept, and then from there you can plan your day. You can plan how you're gonna handle this matter.
Accept and
then plan.
And then plan.
Yes.
I think I'll just add on what Wangari has said.
Yes.
In the part of planning, this is a moment of self-reflection. You know, you've got all the time you need. Things we were rushing not to sort out, to take care of in our lives, in our families, in our spouses, in our marriages. We have the time now to sort them out. So we have the moment to just sit down and think about life, plan ourselves, look at how your business has been running. Has it been profitable? How have you been running things? How have you been disciplined in your life? At the same time, I'd say being constructive in terms of what you put your mind to do. Because again, an idle mind becomes the devil's workshop.
Manzi. I like that.
Mine is a little bit different. Watu 10 days of detoxing, here's your chance. Watu workouts, sijui sleep tea. Now away from all that. Sasa hivi naweza eka mat chini, piga push-ups zako 10. There's a 10 challenge, 10 tag people. The one you are doing on the online. I think this is the right time for guys to start doing something like that.
Lakini tukue honest kiasi. Sisi mavijana, when we are at home at this time, do you really think that these guys can read what you're saying, can plan, check out their business? What do you think they're doing right now? Take a guess. Sahi, vijana, wanafanya nini exactly? Tukue too honest.
Internet. PlayStation.
Movies.
Me, I won't lie. Nagoja Netflix wapunguze bei.
Awesome.
Sleeping. Sabu sahi, I think in opportunity ya mtu kulala to the whole day na kusema kuna kazi and all that. Sindio? So, kama mtu ako kwa hiyo situation ya kuspend time in terms of watching even movies, So, how can I alternate, what can I do to alternate the movies, WhatsApp, social media? How can I do it? What is there a procedure? Is there a procedure?
I think I'd first start by saying, let your lifestyle not change. If you're waking up at 5 to go to work, wake up at 5.
You wake up at 5?
Take a shower. It's good to keep the discipline. Because again, if you become a little bit more lenient, the discipline part fades away. Because I'm trying to imagine, you've been waking up at 5, now you're waking up at 10, then this whole thing comes to an end, you have to go back to waking up at 5, before you catch up, becomes a challenge. Okay, fine, you can flex a little bit, probably add an hour from the 5, wake up at 6, but keep the way the day has been running, just continue that way.
Just continue,
And at the same time, alternate things. Have a time for movie, have some fun, have some time to catch up with your work schedules, have some time to read ahead of your teacher, if you're in campus or high school. There's a lot that can be done.
At that time?
Yes.
Kim, msee ako na girlfriend, na ni quarantine. What would you advise? Invite. What would you advise? Nata kusikia kwa. About a boyfriend.
That's a tricky one, But for men, I think right now we are happy. Our wallets are resting.
Resting aje. What do you mean?
No more confidence, No more paying bus fares.
Wangari, are you admitting to this?
No more paying Uber.
I hope I'm safe
now.
Kunywa chai ukiwa kwa WhatsApp.
Wewe ukiwa kwa WhatsApp. Buy your sachet of coffee, Nescafe. Buy mine. we do a video call. I think.
So say those guys who are dating are saving more.
We are saving more.
True.
But if you look at it, the flip side, I believe it has taught us there is more to relationship and dating than taking each other out for coffee. I think this is the right time to think about constructive things about relationship. If you guys are planning about wedding, now this is the time. Sasa mnaweza kaa chini, you do your own research online. 10 ways to make our wedding cheaper. Stuff like that. I think now this is the right time for guys.
Oh, wanna Google you sasa 10 ways.
Stuff. Yeah.
And if someone had a wedding, to you, Wangari,
Yes.
this quarantine moment, now, what can you advise to that expecting young couple that is out there? Ama they were planning, manze April lazima tukafunge twende Bahamas, Dubai, you know. What can you say to the ladies out there?
To the ladies.
Yeah, maybe alikuwa nangoja propose, unajua venye game upanga.
Expectations.
Proposal, expectation.
Okay. So that's a very sensitive issue. For me, I think one of the encouragement I'll give ni your wedding, your marriage is not an emergency.
Your marriage is not an emergency.
In this sense, God knew. God, aijapata God of God. Like he knew this will happen. So even if you get married, say next year, God forbid, and you had planned maybe to get married this year, you will still be in the will of God. You get, like, even then, God will still make it beautiful for you. So there's no hurry. You'll get married. It will happen. Take this time to reflect, to reconnect with your partner, encourage each other. You can plan
Tutsi,
better.
Is it easy? Is it easy? In ndoa. Tell me your opinion.
I'll be sincere, because this is the day I've been looking up to for some time.
Yeah.
But let's be real, as she has said, marriage is not an emergency.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes in marriage is the closure. The closure.
The closure.
But while we're still dating, we are still relating. So, time ikisonga, nothing changes much. It's just the date.
Amazing.
The date has changed, nothing much. It's more time for us to continue knowing each other. Then the day comes. The day is not really supposed to be a surprise, because mwisho wa siku, I feel marriage is an institution that confirms what has been happening in the courtship period. So let the courtship continue. All things work together for good for those who love the Lord. So the day can change, the date can change. Well, she's still mine, not going anywhere.
So, following the directive of our president in terms of lockdown, what is your comment? What is your comment? Following that directive, generally, what is your comment?
Well, I think it's a wise move. Personal opinion again. I feel like it's a move that will help curb this spread of coronavirus. Because, you know, when we are moving about, interacting, going out, and all those kind of things, we're exposing ourselves and exposing our friends and our families to this danger. So I feel like the earlier the better. The fact that he has done it now means that we have a higher chance of actually reducing the spread of COVID-19.
So, Kim, you think his directive is comprehensive in terms of the national response, him being a leader? Is it comprehensive at this juncture?
What I can say, it's a move that, to my opinion, that came in a little bit late. A wise man says that we learn from the mistakes of others rather than learning from the mistakes of your own. Taking example, what has happened in Italy, what is happening in the Europe, what is happening in the USA, I believe it's something that we should have taken precaution a bit much earlier. I know right now people are arguing about the lockdown, what will I eat, what will I, where will I get money, where will I pay rent? But come on guys, don't be selfish. What's the use of paying a rent for your 1 month, yet you won't be there next month?
But there's a reality, Kim.
Yeah, there's a reality.
Kuna mse uhustle, mse anauzaga nini sweets kwa gari, they get 200 bob. Umse unamwambia ende home. Umse unamwambia ende home.
To be sincere, It's not an easy move that the government has taken, but it's the right move. One thing I know about leadership is that not every decision you make will please everyone. There is a mandatory decision you have to make for the sacrifice of the people. So there is the part of eating, we agree, but let's look at what has been going on in form of statistics. They've mentioned Italy. If you look at Italy right now, what in their head is not what they're going to eat. It's if they're going to make it in life. So currently they're looking for survival. So I can say, let's first of all tackle the issue of now containing the virus, not spreading too much, because as a country, let me say we are privileged. It has not yet spread out much, so we can contain it at its earliest stage. So now coming to what people will eat, I do know, rather I'd guess, the government has something cooking. Besides the government having something cooking, this is not the first time we're having a pandemic in the history of mankind. People have survived before. The children of Israel, God provided for them. So I know that something working out from the government through the hand of God. But so to say, I'd love to just encourage people. The amount you had saved for yourself, be wise on your expenditure.
Expenditure now.
Because you cannot tell me that now you're going to be contained in the house, and you're still targeting to pay Zuku Internet 5,000 a month. Doesn't make sense.
You're planning to buy pizza,
You're planning to buy pizza, and we're going to stay indoors. This is the time you have to be real and be wise. You know your budget. You know how you've been saving, how much you have currently. I would advise if you can also pair up, if you have a friend or a neighbor who's close to you, and you can tell one another, by the way, niko na unga, wako na mchele,
mnafanya barter trade.
Tufanye barter trade, ama alternatively, tunaweza kula lunch kwako, alafu sapa tukam kwangu.
1 meter apart.
1 meter apart. 1 meter apart.
I like that.
1 meter apart. So
family. Wangari. Family yenye nasema saidia serikali. Is it the time for saidia serikali moment?
In terms of
I mean serikali tusaidie.
In
terms of now the quarantine, the families that are at home, they're begging the government to do something for them.
In terms of provision?
Yes, in terms of provision. Should the families wait?
Well, that's a very tricky question. Reason being, the government has to feed that one for around 50 million Kenyans.
50,
That's quite a number considering there is a pandemic. This is something the government hadn't planned. So I feel like the one way we can tackle this whole issue is communal. You're my neighbor. We've been living together. I'm not going to work, you're not going to work. So what do? Let's find a solution. If you know a friend who's probably, the kind of people who eat hand to mouth, you can check up on them. Niaje Kim, do you have supper? Now that you're not running your maybe Uber business, do you have supper? What have you been eating? Check up on them. I don't think a plate of rice will make any difference in your supply. If I decide, Tuti, you don't have food, come over. We share a plate of rice, ama ugali. I feel like this is the time to actually express communalism. Even amongst our families. Check up on your sister who's not living with you. Check up on if you're not living with your parents, check up on them. Get to know
your neighbor.
Because the reality is, majority of us eat from hand to mouth. A lot of us haven't really saved much. Even if we have saved, it won't take us the next, say, 3 months. Majority of us.
Yes.
Okay. Just to add 2 points, as a nation, we have stood test of time. I remember when Turkana was hit by drought, when there was no food. As a nation, we came up with an initiative, Feed the Nation. This is one of those trying times that the nation is going through. Our nation is well endowed with big companies. I think the maize millers, the Bidco company, I think it's a time whereby we can come together, the big companies can come together as a unison and see how they can help at this moment. If it's lowering food prices, donating free food.
Especially in slums.
I think that will be a very, very
good initiative.
Very good initiative for us. And then the second point, I believe this will serve as a lesson to us. We should change change our ways, we should change our culture.
Yeah.
If you have a house, we in the slums, there was a time we used to see people planting sukuma wikis at the sacks, gunias, and we used to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Now
This is
imagine
the
those
time.
guys
Yeah.
who is laughing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you planted your own kienyeji at the backyard of your house, who is laughing now? So I think there are some new cultures that we need to embrace from now moving forward.
So you think this thing is going to help people to become more innovative in terms of providing for their families, providing for our father, providing for our family, government providing to us and all that, eh?
Exactly.
Anxiety. Anxiety. People are anxious. How do you go about it, Tutsi?
Wow. We are men of faith, I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, let's be real, we're humans. In as much as we are trusting and believing in God, we will be anxious at some point. But I'd say we can look back. 2007, 2008, when we had a kind of like a hit on the nation, post-election violence.
Yes, yes.
God saw us through. Something that was more than 2 weeks, more than a month. And if we can just remind ourselves what we've been through as a country, we can anticipate that the days are going to be better. This is a pandemic that has struck the whole world. We believe so. We understand so. But no one knows tomorrow. I think one of the ways to curb anxiety is just to share with one another. Just talk to a friend. You can chat with a friend, ask them, how are you doing? Man, I feel afraid. You can talk to someone. You can just let them know what you're feeling. And we can help each other go through this. We are at home, but I believe the social media network can bring us together. So we can share. Pamoja ni nguvu. So that can keep us going. But I know anxiety is hitting many of us, not just Kenya, but a lot of the superpower nations. We can now just put our hope and our trust in God and believe He's working out something.
And I like the fact that some Cuba doctors have been able to go to Italy to help those guys that are in Italy and stuff. You have something to add?
Yes, I actually wanted to add on that. This season, everyone is on survival mode. So whether you know it or not, you're trying to make it to tomorrow. So that said, there's paranoia. You know, guys, some of us are washing our hands, every
16 times a day.
Yes, we are paranoid.
If I cough now, should I cough?
We'll close the show.
Yes, we'll close the show. So one of the things we need to do is, as Tuti has said, talk to one another. There's a friend who we haven't spoken for a while. She actually texted me and said, "Sasa uko aje? How's work? How is quarantine taking you?
Amazing.
Are you scared?" And her concern was, how are you coping? And I feel that's a magical question to ask your friend, your loved one, your mom, your dad, especially people who are close to you. You may assume, si tunaongeanga na Kim kila siku, but ask him, we hii kitu inakupeleka aje? Let him, because what happens is that anxiety will build, and once we are off this survival mode, we'll start seeing people developing psychosomatic issues, traumatic issues. Guys have ulcers, blood pressure, because tumeyeka. So speak to someone, talk to someone.
I like that. Now, when we are back, we are going to dwell on the solutions more and how we can help the government and how the government can be able to hear us, and how also as a church, what should we do? As Christians, what should we do? Thank you so much. This was Y Church panel. See you.